5 European Cups, 18 league titles, 3 UEFA Cups, 8 League Cups, 7 FA Cups.
My name's Bob Humphries.
Fred Parr.
Paul Rooney.
Martin Jensen.
Mark Phil. Paul Phil.
I support one club from birth, and that's Liverpool Football Club.
Liverpool.
For Liverpool, not Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Support the Reds.
I'm red through and through.
This is Anfield.
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 The club was formed in 1892.
1892.
I wasn't around then, like, as you may well know, just like prior to that, it was born out of the fact that Everton moved from Anfield. And there was a dispute over the rent, but Liverpool were actually born out of that dispute and continued to play here at Anfield ever since. The ground is still set in its like traditional 4 stands.
The Kop.
The Kop.
The Kop.
The Kop.
The Kop wasn't called the Kop always.
The Spion Kop.
Spion Kop, which was a battle in South Africa, and it's named after that battle.
Then at the opposite end of the ground is
Anfield Road End.
And then on either side you've got
The main stand.
Centenary Stand.
Or Kemlyn Road End, call it whatever you want.
The immediate post-war team was quite good actually. We won the league in that first post-war season, but we seemed to lose our way in the next few years and we declined till we were in the 2nd division.
The boot room era.
Became this mythical thing that, oh, the boot room, you know, there was no windows and it was a cupboard, you know.
Shankly's spirit, yeah, Fagan, Evans and Paisley.
There was something mystical, something almost magical about him, that you would run through brick walls, he just made you feel that way.
You know, Shankly lived down the road from us, but Paisley had a betting shop round the corner. You know, they were ordinary people.
Bob Paisley was obviously a great manager, and it's very hard to, you know, distinguish between the two because of the success Bob had and the quiet way he went about it. But for me, it was all started with Bill when we were in the 2nd division. We were there for 14 years and he got us out, and very, very quickly won us the championship and the FA Cup for the first time ever. After that working so well, it just seemed a natural thing then to say, well, Joe Fagan, you're next in line. Won the treble, and you know, what a great achievement that was.
They built the club from the heart and put the foundation of the reputation.
So we were quite fortunate that that lasted us a long, long time with great success. And the club have never looked back really since.
Yeah, I think Poulier and Evans, between them, did their utmost for the club.
Gerard Houllier, you know, in 2001, it was a great season, you know, to win 3 cups in one season. By any stretch of the imagination is a fantastic season. Rafa Benitez will always have a place in my heart and probably every Liverpool supporter's heart.
He did make a difference.
No one's ever going to forget Istanbul. I think everyone's got a story to tell from that night, you know, whether you're might be a football fan but not a Liverpool fan, but I think everyone can relate to it. Certainly it's an iconic moment in football.
Perhaps not the greatest, but my favourite player with my first shirt was Stevie Highway.
My favourite player of all time in Liverpool FC is Stu Highway.
In goal would be
Ray Clemens.
Fantastic keeper. Should have played for England a lot more.
We've had actually some very good defenders. Alan Hansen for full back, people like Phil Neal, and I like Bill Jones. As for midfielder, John Barnes, Jan Molby, Sunak, McManaman.
We've been blessed with so many great strikers.
You know, the most obvious ones are people like Kevin Keegan.
Robbie Fowler.
I think I'd have to go with Ian Rush, just purely for his goal scoring.
The greatest player of all time.
In the early days, I would say Billy Little.
In the current team, I think it must be Steven Gerrard.
Steven Gerrard, without a doubt.
Gerrard, isn't it? I mean,
you have to put up there Steven Gerrard as his total Liverpool.
Because he's personalising everything about Liverpool FC.
He's head and shoulders above everybody else.
For me, my number 1 would be Kenny Dalglish.
Dalglish, of course. You know.
I don't think it's any surprise, and I think you'll find many people will say Kenny, not just as a player, obviously as a manager, and also as a man really. Obviously the tragic event of Hillsborough, etc. And when you think at a relatively young age, to take that on board and then go on and win the double in his first season as player manager, it's quite something really when you think about it. Families can be split down the middle.
My brother was an Evertonian, but I chose Liverpool.
Well, this might seem a little bit strange, but my dad was actually an Evertonian.
Goodness, on camera, my dad's a blue convert.
There's the odd blue on my mum's side.
I must have been, 6 or 7. My dad was supporting one side and I just said, well, I'll support the other side. Must be the argumentative side in me.
My dad's side of the family are all Everton supporters. He converted from Everton when he was a child, when Liverpool were in the 2nd division.
I don't think my dad was too pleased to pick the other side, but he never done anything to dissuade me. I think when Derby Day comes around, the build-up starts early on in that week.
Normally the blue side of the family are quite quiet, so they try and avoid us.
It's a coming together really of the whole town.
As the game gets closer, the nerves start to kick in. And it's a bit incredible really, but regardless of where Liverpool or Everton are in the league, the form just completely goes out the window, and it makes you wonder why. It can happen on the odd occasion, but it almost happens on a regular basis that no one can predict the outcome of the games. This city is the most successful footballing city in the country. Between Liverpool and Everton, they've won more trophies. It does help to create a healthy footballing city where you've got a healthy rivalry.
Liverpool Football Club is so much part of people's lives and the life of this city. Both football clubs are part of the city. It's part of who you are, where you are. It's part of your cultural identity. It's part of the meaning of being a Scouser. Liverpool fans always held this. We always got the club in the heart.
We think it's a supporters club.
Liverpool has always been sort of more of a family club.
It's passed on.
It's about being together. It's about being a club. The boot room idea endures all types of football, however it changes throughout the decades. We're seeing this coming through again now. It's never gone away, but it's now coming through strong with the vision and with Brendan Rodgers.
When you think now there's 28,000 on the season ticket waiting list, and there's a chain of maybe 200, 300 maybe, depending if people give them up. You can see how long it's going to take. If you give it up now, you're basically never going to get it back again. So that's why it's really important that this stand is built and give the bigger fan base that we've got now an opportunity to come along and see the team.
Football is the expression of our city's identity, whether you're red or blue.
David Feely, Evertonian.
My name's Kathy Kegg and I'm an Everton supporter.
Danny Lee Jones and support Everton.
My name's Keith Mullen and I support Everton FC, last of the Mohicans. Everton's origins.